Whistleblowers around the world seem to be revered and admired for what they do, to the point where there seems to be a constant call for more protection and incentives for whistleblowers to release information to the public. Much of the support for whistleblowers centres around the public's right to know. But then we hear counter-arguments around governments having a need to hold certain information confidential in the interests of security or other similar reasons. The problem for me is I have not seen much criticism of whistleblowers. They seem to tread sacred ground and hold some kind of position in the world that is seemingly unchallenged. For me, the original justification for whistleblowing was the need to make the public aware when business, organisations and governments acted illegitimately or in a illegal or corrupt fashion. Now it seems the role of a whistleblower has expanded to the point where any information deemed by a whistleblower to be worthy of public scrutiny then justifies the release to the public of that information. This is where I have a problem, because what is deemed to be in the public interest very often relies on a subjective assessment in the first instance. So now we often see an individual making their own personal assessment and then categorising information as being in the public interest. Then, by magically placing the whistleblower's hat on their head, that particular individual seems to assume some kind of virtuous role in society, which is very often cheered on by the Fourth Estate. Yes, the Fourth Estate argues it does its due diligence on this information, but I'm not convinced when a great headline is in prospect. My point, therefore, is that whistleblowers do not deserve more protection. Whatever they do and why they do it should be totally scrutinised. Don't be naive enough to think that the motives of all whistleblowers are honourable. Yes, there are legitimate cases when the role of the whistleblower is 100% justified. But let's not be seduced by the romance being attached to the whistleblower. They deserve as much scrutiny as the organisations they are leaking against, if not more. So that is my view, and that is what I need people to think about. Correct me if I'm wrong.